to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences. And you think
I'm not asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay. Andrew, do you believe, well, you didn't really prove anything, but it's cool. Do you believe the earth is flat, or do you believe the earth is spherical?
And we're live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on another episode of Jesus Talks. Jesus Talks, accompanied by my lovely girl, Mariushka. Mariushka. That's your stage name, babe. All right. Anyways, today we've got a crazy video. We've got this creator, this Twitch streamer called Hasan that has honestly tore Andrew Tate a brand new shiny asshole, bro. Clean, bro. Straight, bro. This is honestly a hard video for me to watch as an Andrew Tate fan, bro. But I think there's a lot of lessons that we can learn from it. I think this is one of those things where you got to take it on the chin, bro. Listen, even your idols, your influencers, the people that you look up to or you respect or whatever the fuck, they're not perfect people at all. And they're going to take L's, bro. So you got to take it on the chin. At the end of the day, whether Andrew Tate recognizes it or not, that's the way I felt about it, honestly, while watching it. It's like watching your father get fucked in the ass, bro. That's
okay, but you don't call Andrew Tate your father, though. That's too much.
No, but I mean, other people, you know what I'm saying, like me, that has grown up with no father, idolizes this man like he is his father, and like that, like this is just honestly the target audience. I know for sure the target audience.
Do you really idolize him that much?
I think a lot of people idolize him. I think the amount of videos that I've watched, a lot of him, I feel like connected almost the same as in like the Conor McGregor era.
But you do understand that he cannot be right 100% of the time.
Obviously, and
then a lot of things that he says is complete
and that's
bullshit.
The point I'm trying to make, that this shit's authentic, bro. That at the end of the day, you can't believe in a figure 100%, bro. That's why, like, for me, I am gonna react to it genuinely, openly. I had already seen it. I'm just really showing it to you because I think I really want to get your opinion on it.
You already know.
Oh no, that's why I'm saying I know what the video's about. All right. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm not a one side. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try to cover up this video and not show the view because it's embarrassing or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I'm about, like, I will show you both sides and I will think about it in both sides and I will be fair in my assessment.
So do you agree at some points of this blogger Hasan said?
I literally just said that Andrew Tate took an L and he got ripped a whole new asshole, bro. So, of course, I'm obviously agreeing with the things.
No, but you can say that, but it doesn't mean that you're agreeing. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure.
If I can see the perspective, I think I'm agreeing. All right, either way, let's just jump into the video. Because I don't want to make this intro too long.
Andrew and the previous person that was on the call are just two sides of the same coin. They're both
cool. So pretext. All right. So, fuck. Let me say here real quick. This guy right here is Hasan. This guy right here.
Okay.
Boom. On the bottom.
What's his nationality?
And then,
What's his nationality?
I don't know anything. Just watch it.
Okay.
And then this guy right here is Andrew Tate, obviously. And then these two kids on the top are just some streamers, right? I don't remember their names. Not important. The most important thing is this guy Hasan is debating Andrew Tate. So watch the debate.
Wrong, and they're both kind of right in different ways, but thinking that this has anything to do with gender is silly, all right? It has nothing to do with gender. Women can be just as oppressive and as brutal as men can be. Ultimately, it has everything to do with capitalism, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the gender. The assumption that women are going to be like hysterical across the board, that kind of generalization, is just incorrect. And that's why, Andrew, I've seen some of your work as you're doing the rounds on Twitch here. And a lot of the things that you said that you've been called out on, specifically in regards to like women driving, as a matter of fact, are just generally untrue. There's no empirical evidence to back up those claims, which is why you resort to anecdotes quite frequently and say things like, "Oh, well, it's just common sense."
And you see, and that's these are some of the things that you mentioned before. But like I said, there's sometimes you can catch these things, and you may see it, but you don't know how to explain it.
Explain.
Right? Okay, cool.
What do I think about it?
So yeah, exactly. So what he does a lot in his rhetoric being like the way he debates, right? he overgeneralizes, and then he uses his anecdotes, which is his personal experiences, to explain basically what he believes his reality to be, and he makes that like everybody's reality essentially. That's why he generalizes.
Or as this guy says, he just says that it's common sense, but who said it's common sense?
I mean, yeah, he throws it off as common sense. I'm like, this is true. He does this. That being said, like, keep watching, and I'm gonna give you my full thoughts.
Okay.
Right. But it's not technically common sense. It's just your personal opinion.
Completely. It's my personal opinion based on my personal biases of my life experience. Now, when I say exactly. And when I say these things, X amount of people agree with me and X amount of people disagree with me. That's fine. And that's the same of nearly any statement in the world.
Okay,
I can say the world is round and there'll be a percentage of people who disagree with me. That's totally and utterly fine. I come on here and talk about my own personal experiences, and my experiences, men are better drivers than women. I'm not saying there's no good female drivers. I'm not saying a female can't.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. There is a truth, and then there is your own personal experiences backed by anecdotes, right? Or your own personal opinion backed by anecdotes from your own personal experiences. Now, your own personal experiences are oftentimes going to be incorrect and not close to the reality. That's why there's an entire field of statistical analysis. That's why we do empirical. That's why we rely on empirical evidence when we're making decisions. Why? Because
God damn, I'm sorry, bro. This guy just sounds like such a fucking nerd, bro. It's kind of
honestly, he sounds really good because whatever he says is facts.
All right, no, what he's stating is definitely facts. Is it logical? Is it reasonable? Of course, absolutely. You know, and this is a big thing that I see in debates. And this is if you're an actual smart debater, like these are things that you would really understand and you would listen to openly, because, like you said, there are facts. But he's going to go down like a rabbit hole of like, oh, like we have to always focus on empirical data and we're going to listen to everything the empirical data does and says. And it's like, this is a debate that just turns into circular reasoning and then go back and back and back and back to back to back to back. At the end of the day, when you're making a point, it has to come across as to, hey, how can you share your point? And then how can they implement, apply it to their life? You get what I'm saying? So, We'll just keep watching, bro.
All carry a bunch of personal biases. And when we analyze situations, we do not have enough scope to grasp the entirety of the situation. We cannot comprehend it with our human brains.
Bro, listen,
which is why when it comes to women driving, it's a funny point because the truth is different. The truth is the exact opposite.
No, listen. First things first, there's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics.
So just real quick, just first thing, he's talking about women driving. This is the only thing he's brought up thus far. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Honestly, personally, if he is right and he gives the sources and then he gives the explanation, the reasoning as to why, and then you can go deeper into the sources, which would be boring. But I would concede. I would be like, you know what? I hear you out, bro. Maybe I could change my mind on that. It seems like you've really thought about it. It seems like constructive criticism. I would take the L. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, that's my personal thing. That's the way I would.
Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're deriving.
You can massage numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from an internet study on a bunch of different things. The truth of life is the truth that you experience as an individual. That is the only truth that we all live within. You live within your truths. I live within my truths because these are the truths I've experienced as an individual. If certain things happen to you over and over and over and over and over again, but the truth on the internet says it's not true, that doesn't mean that your experiences are any less real. So if you come here and say the internet says X, especially
your experiences can be real. You could be a statistical anomaly, as a matter of fact. You can be one of those people, but more often than not,
And when he says the word statistical anomaly, you know what I'm saying? That's the boring way, but he's basically exposing Andrew Tate's hypocrisy, because what Andrew Tate would say, instead of the word statistical anomaly, he would say, oh, one exception doesn't disprove the rule. So basically he's saying this, they're both saying the same thing in that sense. They're both using the same attack, if you want to use it that way. One of them is being like statistical anomaly, which is a rare event that happens sometimes, and then one exception doesn't disprove the rule, which is basically the same thing that I just said.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, basically just a rare thing, a rare occurrence.
Then I want to talk to you because I keep letting you talk and you're finishing your point and I'm trying to talk. So
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to. The fact that you're going on the internet finding some study and saying that this is the truth, especially after the age of COVID and all the fucking truth we were told with that garbage. You want to sit here and say, oh, the internet said X. I'm sure the internet did. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and some people agree with me and some people do not. That is perfectly fine. Don't give a fuck if people agree with me or otherwise. People are listening to me and they're either agreeing with me or
but you're
not.
still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you? And
Prove to me I'm wrong.
Well, if you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences, the entirety of the insurance industry that relies on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women, is a statistical likelihood that men are more dangerous drivers than women.
All right, babe. What did you understand from what he said? Pop quiz, bro. Pop quiz.
Honestly, like,
you zoned out. He's fucking boring, bro. Just say it. He's fucking annoyingly boring, bro. He's smart. What he's saying is intellectual, but the dude is a fucking snooze, boring fucking fast. I'm sorry, but he is, bro. It just is. It is what it is.
But you asked me a question, you didn't let me
Sorry. Yeah, I just went on a tangent. Dude's kind of annoying.
No, I'm saying that honestly, I like people like that because he talks to me the way.
Okay, great. You like him. I understand that. Can you explain to me what he just said?
Yes, basically he says that statistically men are more dangerous drivers than women.
Why?
So Andrew Tate cannot claim that women are bad drivers.
Why is that source? Okay, the statement that you just made is correct. That's exactly the statement he made. So good points on that. So what's the source say? What's the reason for that? What's the reasoning behind it? That's important. That's the most important part of the statement.
Because.
Okay, maybe you got confused. It's okay. I listened to what he said.
No, I did listen to what he said as
okay.
well, but honestly, I don't know why men would be more dangerous drivers just because they drink and drive.
Okay, I mean, that's a good point. He didn't say that point. His point was that the source that he referenced from insurance companies, the reason why they're not biased is because they spend a lot of money, so they want the accurate data, the most accurate representation. Mm-hmm. So that's why this source would be a lot more accurate.
Okay.
So that's one of the points he made, which is a great position to be in. You know, you got to give respect to Hasan because he came in there guns blazing, prepared to debate. So that's the way you're supposed to come in. Another reason he gave was pretty much that the conclusion is that the higher risk is men, right, that are drivers. Now, my question to that source, and this is where you can go back down the whole source rabbit hole, which is pretty much like most men drive cars, right? So then most of the data you're getting, the reason why guys are paying higher premiums is because most men drive, most men get into accidents. So you're going to give 20-year-old males in certain areas a higher premium. And because most men drive compared to women, like that's what that statistic that he stated thus far shows. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you can debate back and forth type shit.
But it's also guys are more impulsive when they drive. Like,
but okay, the main point what I'm trying to say is the fact that he's being very logical and he's using a good source. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of debate the source, which is a healthy thing to do. And then Andrew Tate is going off my personal experience, my personal biases, my opinions. And the thing is that you can do that until you meet a guy like this, bro. That's boringly going to sit here and tell you the fucking statistics and blah, 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 and write that shit out and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's important to listen to because you got to humble yourself. You have to humble yourself.
What are the other ways for him to prove that he's wrong? That's why he's using statistics. No, that's one of his ways.
And that's what I'm saying. I agree. I'm just saying that I feel like it's boring. I'm just expressing myself. That's it.
You couldn't even handle college. Come on.
Wait, what?
You handled 2 years and then you said it's too stupid for you.
I mean, I know I went back a few times, but like, it's not that it was too stupid for me. It was like, I don't enjoy being scammed type shit.
Yeah. So the same way you feel about this guy, because he reminds you of going to college and when people give you like statistics and all this smart words.
Honestly.
And that's why probably you already feel like, oh, he's boring like college.
Honestly, you're right. But you know what's the difference is that I listen to him and I can repeat everything he said, and you listen to him and you agree to him, but you couldn't exactly put everything together. You get what I'm saying? And that's what like a lot of people do.
Like,
Like I really listen to him, even though I disagree with him and I can say it's boring. I can put all the pieces together and explain it in my own way.
Yes, because I feel sometimes my problem is just because my English vocabulary is not that wide. I'm sorry for that. So sometimes like I hear words that don't mean anything to me and I'm trying to put pieces together, but not all of them are there. Some of them are missing just because maybe I don't understand some of his words.
And it's good. And this is the point of this, is the fact that we're both taking accountability. We're both not perfect, you know what I'm saying? And we can both grow from this experience. You get what I'm saying? We're both learning. We're both understanding our weaknesses. Like you just said, you just stated one of mine. Okay, mine is like, maybe he reminds me of college, so I'm a little fucking triggered. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I'm gonna keep it honest. You know what I'm saying? And she's being honest with like, yo, listen, you know, I'm from Russia. My English is a little joggy, but I gotta improve on it. And this is how we improve.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how we help each other.
I agree.
Let's keep watching.
Across the board and get into more car accidents across the board. If you're going to look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person. If everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside of fucking caves. And
You
now,
want to say something, babe? You want to say something right now? Because you're laughing mad hard right now. You want to say something? You just enjoy this moment. Just savor
The
it.
joke
Just
was
savor
great.
it. No scientific achievement. You see, she didn't even say it's a fact. She said it's a joke. Good job, babe.
just I love
just don't have
living
statistics to
personally.
prove that.
I don't think that that would be a good planet to live on. I'm pretty happy for, I don't know, all the medical achievements, all the scientific achievements that we have reached. And at the heart of all of that, all of those accomplishments lies
5 months
an
past.
understanding of arriving at the truth through empirical evidence.
You done?
Yeah.
Cool. In my personal experiences, all of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, and all the negative experience I've had
He's
on the
going
road,
out like
women
Stan Sharon.
were at fault. That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that. I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal experiences. You can drag up all the empirical evidence in the world you want to try and drag
come on,
up.
we've heard
Anyone
this
with a brain
already.
knows how that.
All right, look.
He's
yeah.
doing the same thing.
Yeah,
He repeats himself over and over.
Well, he's repeating himself because there's really only one answer, and he doesn't want to fall into the trap. Because that's what
Exactly.
that's what the guy's doing. This is a logical debate thing, and like I said, what you can learn from this thing is that one, Andrew Tate, even though he's stuck against the corner, he's not reacting. You get what I'm saying? He's still responding. He's still being calm. I know the words that I have to use to get out of this empowerment right now. He's like, I'm agreeing with him, but I'm also stating my truth. You get what I'm saying? He's holding his ground. He's not really folding because he doesn't want to go down this whole rabbit hole. He doesn't want to look weak, and I get that. But from what we can learn from it is we got to humble ourselves so that we can learn more. You get what I'm saying? And let's keep watching.
It's the world agendas anyway. I don't want to go too political on a stream that's going to get taken down. So I'm not saying that I can't find a female race car driver. I'm not saying that.
That's
all
not what I'm
women are-
saying either. I'm not talking about like statistical anomalies. I'm straight up talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that women are more careful drivers than men. Okay? And therefore better drivers than men. Now, you keep resorting back to your personal anecdotes. So let me walk you through this, right?
Brother,
Do you agree? Do you agree that human beings have biases?
do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Okay.
I understand.
But hey, I respected your time. Do you want to answer my question? Do you believe that human beings have
You see, bro, like Hasan, bro, you got to give it a Hasan, bro. You got to, like, he's good. He's good. He's not overtoning. He's not over talking. He's like, yo, I respect your time. You know what I'm saying? He's doing the debate thing and he's doing it well, bro. You know what I'm saying? I see no disrespect from him right now. So he's
exactly.
doing good.
And he cuts the bullshit off. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
I've heard what you had to say. You don't have to repeat yourself. Let's move on to a different topic.
And he's trying to keep it on. It's good. It's good.
Oh, absolutely. We're all biased.
Okay.
Completely.
Do you
biased.
think that those biases might cloud your judgment?
It's not about clouding judgment.
Not just your personal not just your own personal judgment. Do you
I
think
feel
our
like that's
biases
pretty
might cloud our personal judgment?
I think every single person on earth is biased and lives within a biased
Absolutely.
reality.
That's absolutely true. Okay. So if you agree with me on both of those accounts, you understand that your anecdotes, your own personal accumulation of information is going to be clouded by your own personal biases. So you're not going to be able to assess the information adequately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around our... Wait, let me finish. Come on.
I understand what you're saying.
This is precisely why we do that.
We went over the same point like 5 times here.
Everyone's saying kick you. You're long-winded the point. You're saying that the empirical evidence is saying X, so it doesn't matter what my personal experience is. That's fine. My point is, let me...
All right, so you see how he was like, oh, like, let's just kick him, like, let's just kick him type shit. Like, that's him getting mad, defensive, and reactive right there, because he's like, all right, like, yeah, like, I don't like what he's saying, I don't like the vibe he's putting off, so let's just fucking get him out, let's kick him out type shit, like dismissive.
Because he feels that there is somebody who...
He feels the pressure.
Yes.
He feels the pressure.
There is somebody who can say something to him instead of just agreeing.
Exactly, like yes man type shit. So it's like, yeah,
so
like...
he doesn't like it, yeah.
So it's like that, again, that's what you can learn from all these reactions, that's why it's like you have to... But listen, the way he's handling it, I think Andrew Tate is handling it well. But he's getting caught with like left and right type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing this as a fight right now. I'm just watching a fight play out. It's just two smart guys who just keep going back and forth.
Let's say that the empirical evidence says that a pit bull is more likely to bite you than a Dalmatian. But in your life experience, every time you went near a Dalmatian, it bit you and a pit bull never did. Are you going to go up to a Dalmatian still completely and go, oh, it's fine, completely unbiased because the empirical evidence says X when you're covered in scars? No, you're going to say Dalmatians bite me for some reason and I'm not comfortable around Dalmatians. That's called human nature. Okay. So I'm telling you my personal experiences and I don't care. I understand your point. Empirical evidence says X. Women in this country can do X. I completely get that. Secondly, it's also country by country because you're only talking about America because you're American and you don't see outside of the world. That's fine.
I'm Turkish, actually. I grew up in Turkey.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. Point I'm making is I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the parking gets difficult, they usually ask the man to drive themselves. I know many women.
Facts are capped, though. I know he's getting off top, but facts are capped. Do women do that?
Women do that.
Women do that, right? Women do that. So that's a personal experience. But if you were to go off, like the statistics and the numbers and all that bullshit.
Okay, so my question is, do you rather have a woman who asks you to park her car than a woman who parks and kicks the car in front of her at the back of her and maybe one of those cars is yours? Okay,
but that's not the point. The point of the conversation is, are women essentially worse drivers than men?
More careful drivers. That's why she's asking, because she doesn't want to mess it up.
You made a good point right there. But are you guys more like so? But you're asking because you're scared. You're more careful because you're scared you're gonna fuck it up.
I just don't want, like, me personally. I don't know about other women. Like,
but you're scared to fuck it up, right?
I am scared to fuck it up, and I'd rather not get in trouble and make other person feel bad for their property.
And from your personal experience, do you think other women would also be scared the same way you're scared?
Yes, of course, but that's okay to be scared.
No, I know.
Why somebody would judge you
nobody,
by that?
No, nobody's judging you for that. The reason why Andrew Tate makes that point in the first place is because essentially he assumes that men drive better than women, and that's why he would let a man handle a plane instead of a woman. You get what I'm saying? Like that's where the whole analogy comes from, and the entire purpose of the analogy in the first place is to just show you that men need to lead. And men need to drive behind the car, and the woman essentially sits in the passenger seat and follows along and supports. Like, that's the whole point of the analogy he's trying to make. But if you're going to go to, like, statistics and empirical data, obviously it's going to disprove, like, I'm not going to say obviously because I don't think it's an obvious thing. I think that, like, you need to show the statistics that prove that women are more careful drivers. So it's like, until you really see that and you really see it flat out. But it's like, you can always go into a question of, like, this empirical data. At the end of the day, the more you go into this deep rabbit hole, you're missing the point of the analogy. And the analogy is very simple, and you can just apply it to your life. If you're a guy, lead the relationship. That's it. That's as simple of the fucking, like. But somebody who's just so obnoxious needs to break it down and disprove it and do all this shit. And it's like, you can do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have freedom of speech, and it's a smart thing to do. But
do that. They're not offended by my assumption. I know loads of women who go, oh, I don't want to park. You park it. Loads. There's not a bad thing about it. Who gives a shit, right? It's not even a big deal. You've come on here deciding you really want to stick up for the chicks, and maybe, one of them will drive over to your house. It's cool. We've got better things to talk about.
I look, let's be real.
You think he's reaching? No. You don't think he's reaching? You think he's right? You think Andrew Tate's right when he said he's just trying to go there, stick up for the chicks?
No, I think he's wrong.
Oh, you think he's wrong? Okay, so I'm just saying he's reaching. Reaching means he's like reaching for that, like that statement. Like he's really trying hard to make that fit in.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what reaching is.
Okay, I misunderstood that.
I think I need to be a male feminist to be able to attract women. Okay. However, having said that, that was a funny implication. Having said that, you are failing to recognize what I am trying to say. I walked you through these steps slowly but surely. The thing is, the Dalmatian example that you gave is great. Why is it great? Because you are creating now a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do the exact same thing and say, well, in my personal experience, Dalmatians never bite, or pit bulls never bite, whichever one you thought was the more aggressive breed, right? In my personal experience, what if in a million times that I have bred pit bulls or been around pit bulls, not a single one of them has ever been aggressive? We will never be able to arrive at a meaningful solution or a resolution.
It's kind of like starting. It's again, it's another sense of circular reasoning, but like the way he goes down the rabbit hole, like so logically, it's just you're losing the point of the fucking analogy.
I was not losing the point. I was actually getting to the point, and you cut it off, and now it's
it's
harder to get in.
It's not cut off. No, it's not. He's basically saying that. Like he said before, like Andrew Tate creates a hug me bubble. Andrew Tate creates a hug me bubble by creating hypothetical scenarios to prove his point, right? He's creating like this place where it's like, oh yeah, like I'm always gonna be right. I don't have to say I'm wrong, right? But by arguing these points back and forth, like yeah, Hasan is right, but you're just losing the point from the entire analogy. Like it kind of falls apart. It's like what Andrew Tate is trying to say, and it's kind of the same message that I have. It's just like, focus on the things that you can control in your life. Stop focusing on the things you can't, right? Statistical and empirical evidence, it's good to understand, but it's like you can't control those things. So sometimes it's like not even worth researching, really.
No, but okay, let's just keep watching.
This conversation,
Thank you, Hasan
if we're
and Jeff,
both
for being
operating
so
on personal anecdotes and hypotheticals. That is not how you can conduct an appropriate debate.
Good. So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases, my personal experiences, and I say them. Some people disagree and some people agree, and I don't care. You now come along.
But you're still wrong, though, because I'm not operating on biases when I talk about women driving. I'm talking about the empirical evidence. I might have personally thought women are worse at driving than men as well. But once you arrive at, once you look at the evidence and you realize that said evidence suggests something else, you're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We went over the same point like 5 times.
Yeah, you see that's the point where it's like you have to just take accountability and you have to say, yo, Hasan, you right, bro. Let's move on from the conversation. You know, it's like that's where it's like a guy's pride can get in the way, and that's kind of where you're seeing with Andrew Tate, and that's why I say Andrew Tate did take the L, and that's why it's kind of hard to watch because he's not accepting that he took the L, and it's like nobody wants to see somebody not take the L. One of those situations, and this is like a sense of like, this is why I always say like Andrew Tate has a delusional sense of confidence, because women like that sense of arrogance and like confidence. And sometimes in order to become that confident, you need to just like pretend you are that confident, pretend you are that person.
Apparently not all the women, because I don't. And there is a lot of women who actually hate him, not like him. The women who actually like him don't like him because of the confidence. They like him because of his money.
Some, babe, some. It might be some. It's like that's you're
because
right.
If
You're
he
right.
wouldn't
You're right.
have money,
you're right
nobody
to
would listen to his bullshit that he's saying there.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I think he's a great communicator. I think he knows exactly what a woman wants, and I think he's had several relationships, and now he just decided to like go into like the sense of like, oh, I want multiple relationships. But that's not the point of this conversation. The point I'm trying to make is that Andrew Tate needs to learn to humble himself in a sense of just conceding and opening his mind, because that's the thing that I don't like to see in a lot of people is like they cannot just sit here and admit that they're wrong and be accountable. That's one of the biggest things that I honestly dislike in like women, and definitely one of the things I dislike in men. And this is something that we went over today, literally in another episode that I put out about Kevin Samuels, is learning how to take accountability. And listen, sometimes you just don't want to lose, bro. Like I said, sometimes you build this great ego. You're on a roll. You're right. You know, he got everybody saying yes around you. So it's hard to just like, as soon as as soon as somebody like hurts the king, they taste the blood, they try to kill him. You know
But I
what I'm saying?
honestly feel like if he would actually agree to Hassan, right, and be like, okay, I get it, you're right, at some point, I would have more respect to him, because I was like, I'd be like, okay, he's keeping it real, because now like he's just trying to fake
machismo or some shit, right?
yeah, whatever you say in Spanish.
I know, but it's just weird. Can't break through Andrew's
I understand your point. You're saying that even if I
walls
thought
here.
We're losing the girl.
no, exactly. I want to talk to her. He's saying
Yeah,
even if I thought women were worse drivers, I've seen empirical evidence, and I'm so smart that I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me. That's what he's
That's
coming
not
along
what
and
I'm
saying.
asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You believe what you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own ears.
He's kind of attacking him with the whole pandemic talk and shit to try to disprove his argument. It's kind of it's hard to watch, bro. I'm telling you, like when you can't take the L, it just gets harder and harder to watch, bro. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
And that's what you're going to sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google. Cool. If you believe everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that makes you sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through, to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences, and you think
I'm
that
not
makes you
asking you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay, Andrew, do you believe? Well, I didn't. You didn't really prove anything, but it's cool.
You guys just
Do you
disagree
believe
on
the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
All right, see, this is the part where you just watch Andrew
2
Tate
years.
just
I'll be
disengage
a
from the
second.
conversation.
Oh, he took his headphones
He
off.
doesn't want to
He gets
acknowledge
very
it
stressed
anymore.
sometimes, and
Yeah,
He
yeah, it's cool. It's
disrespectfully
important. You know,
starts
sometimes you
smoking.
can't take the heat.
You know,
Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you gotta get out of the kitchen a little bit. Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round, spherical, globe?
Round.
What?
I-
You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
brother, and I
It looks
respect-
flat. It feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is round?
all right, why are you laughing? You're about to fight right now. Why are you laughing?
Because he got him on such a like simple point.
Well, the thing is, he's going back to the same point. So it's like now he's just making like little jokes, and like I get it, but like he's going back to the same point, which is pretty much like.
But it's funny. He's
you
showing
can't
him
just
how
live-
silly Andrew Tate is.
But-
He's showing him.
What he's trying to say, yeah, he is making him look silly. What he's trying to say is you cannot live your entire life based off only personal experiences. And I agree, you cannot only do. You shouldn't just do that. You shouldn't. You should always search for the truth. But the truth is a crazy, researching the. It's a crazy rabbit hole where it's like you can give somebody a source, and people are just so close-minded, and they're just gonna be like, no, I only believe the New York Times. I don't believe New York Post. Bullshit like that. So, like that. That's why I agree. Like you should really live based more off your personal experiences than empirical data. I really truly do believe that. But I do believe that understanding empirical data will give you a more nuanced and better understanding and a stronger perspective. I do agree with that too. So I think like if Andrew Tate and Hasan, if you could learn from them and kind of combine yourself into one person, you'd be a smarter person, bro. Like that's what I see.
Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal experience. What happened? Did you go up to the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Exactly. I flew up into space and I looked down on Earth and I saw a big circle.
That's crazy. Okay,
down there.
you don't have to. Hey, listen, you don't have to concede on that point. But I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific, the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or
doing all our fun.
science.
And I saw him there and I thought, wow, this guy, okay, he's going to ruin the stream. We had a hot chick. Now you're
did
here.
you? Is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like,
It's
I
a
don't wanna
little.
argue
Wait,
about
so what's up? Is it a little bit more difficult when I'm not like the traditional like SJW looking person? Is that why it feels like the stream is a little bit more ruined?
No, it's not difficult. As a professional, I'll tell you the conversation we just had.
Yeah, dude, you've been kicked in the face and stuff. Like I'm sure you can handle little old me.
Exactly.
Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. Cut this shit out.
This guy's
Why are you
gorgeous.
laughing? What?
I'm saying he makes nice jokes.
What'd you say?
He makes nice jokes.
That's a professional conversation we just had. I said I am biased and I don't believe women can drive. That's my
You're not allowed to laugh at another man's jokes on what I said.
experience. I don't care if anyone agrees.
Oh.
You came along and said, don't interrupt me. You came along and said, no, that's not true because of the evidence. I came and said, I don't care about the evidence of my personal experience. You said, I also have personal experiences and we're all biased. I agreed. Then you said, even if I had personal experiences that said X, I would ignore them because the internet told me to believe Y. I believe what I'm told.
That's not what I said. I said that regardless of my own personal biases that I might have, evidence is still more important than my personal biases.
When you guys are all talking at once,
and it's boring, and you've lost, and it's boring. So let's just move on to the next subject.
Is that what happens? You just say I'm boring and I lost, and then you win? Is that what it is?
Do a poll in the chat, and if you won, then we'll continue to talk it. But I'm sure you've lost, and it's boring. And it's
like you're running away a little bit.
Oh, we're just going in a never-ending circle. Like we
can move on from that. We can move on from the importance of science and Andrew's personal biases. Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about the Hustlers University, whatever that is? Not in a promotional capacity. I know that like you're doing the rounds on Twitch, and I know that that's probably giving you a big boost.
All right, this is where he gets to the HU2 Hustlers University, bro.
I want to understand, because you are a businessman. I want to understand how you generate revenue.
Here's a problem with this debate, bro, is the fact that like I feel like Hasan came in good, bro. I think Hasan came in good. But then this is the part where he tries to be demeaning and where he tries to like put him down. He's leading in a non-genuine way. You get what I'm saying? He's being evasive with what he's saying. So he's trying to make it like, oh yeah, you're a good business. It's condescending.
But you know why he does that? Because of Andrew Tate's reaction. If Andrew Tate would be a nice person to talk back nice to him, he wouldn't be doing
exactly
this.
That, and that's true. It's like he tastes blood, so now he's going after. He's a shark, bro. Hasan's a shark, bro. What can I say, bro?
Get this information for free, or do I have to pay $50 and then maybe get an affiliate link and get other people to also join so I can make a 10% cut off of them also joining Hustlers University?
You can find everything on the website, and you can join if you want more information. That's fine.
But you don't want to share this information for free right now. You don't want to educate me on that.
I don't want to sit here and spend the next hour you trying to accuse me of some bullshit.
I'm not.
See, like Andrew Tate is smart to just try to avoid the question because he knows that as soon as he answers this question, he's gonna fall into the trap card. You know what I'm saying? But the funniest thing is that Andrew Tate does this to women a lot too. So now he kind of feels what he puts women through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
not just women, like even you said when you started his course that they said don't ask stupid questions. They basically shut half of you off right away because and you don't know if your question is stupid or no. It might be actually a good question.
No. It's not that you don't know. They literally tell you in the university or in the Discord, they tell you what's a stupid question and what's a smart question, and they break it down in long paragraphs. Believe me, they have a bunch of people. I think it's either way, no matter what this man has to say about it, and you're about to hear him say about it because we're gonna get the full story. I don't want to cover nothing up. I think that for $50, if you were to gain for 1 month and you were to spend at least 20 hours on it, you would learn more than you would at a 6-month retail job, getting paid $20 an hour. I guarantee you'll just literally get more value out of the course and in your life if you just did that. So not even that I just genuinely believe that. I know it because I've literally read it. And the thing is that a lot of these things that I've read on the Discord, I've learned throughout life and throughout searching on YouTube. So you can look it for free, but they literally just give it to you all in a nice package. So I think there are better courses, but I think for $50, it's still a good value.
So you think if Hasan would be here and he would be like, okay, state me what you've learned, you would be able to do that?
I can state it right now.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just asking you a question.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different ways you can learn. It's like you can learn the way it's even put together, like the way it's structured and how you could do that in a different way. You know what I'm saying? You can basically, you can go to, I think the affiliate and the e-commerce, I haven't done the e-commerce, but the copywriting and the affiliate things are both strong things that people should learn about. Like these are good skills to build, honestly. If you're in the media side of things, copywriting is good for just being a good.
Is it a copy paste from Wikipedia or is it actually?
No. They have people running the servers. They have a whole community dedicated to each and every single one of these things. And they have people talking.
So the way they explain it's actually understandable.
It's very, very understandable. They have videos that break it down, and they literally have like quizzes. They have a bunch. Trust me, it's run very, very well. So I'm saying $50,
Okay.
You really do get a good you get a good amount of it, but you don't need it. You don't need it to become a better man. You don't need to do these things.
Okay.
I did it to learn from it. I wanted to really experience it for myself so that I could really talk about it openly. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
I'm here to learn. Andrew, you are a brilliant mind. Maybe a little rattled from the numerous concussions, but brilliant nonetheless. So I want to hear more about your business strategy, if possible.
It's actually quite interesting that people who are too scared to get in the ring try and make fun of people who have bravery to try and make fun of.
No, I do think it's very brave. I do think it's very brave.
Oh, all right, so let's not detract the bravery of men who do things you're afraid to do. That's the first thing.
No. You are absolutely incredibly brave. You still might have CTE, but you are incredibly brave. I appreciate it.
What is CTE?
I mean, whatever.
CTE is like a brain disorder or a brain concussion that you get out of fighting. It's like a very serious thing. It's like one of the things that basically evolved into killing Muhammad Ali. I guess he had CTE from like getting hit in the head a lot, and then he got Parkinson's, and then he died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's a very serious condition that you can get. So like for Hasan to sit here and make fun of it, it's honestly incredibly disrespectful. And you know, I also have to commend Andrew Tate for not getting like super reactive out of that, because like think about it, bro. It's incredibly disrespectful to your entire career as a fighter. And I know a lot of fighters as well, and it's like it's something you don't joke about. It's like me joking about like an illness that you have. You get what I'm saying? Or that you could potentially have.
Yeah.
Like it's not really funny.
The point I'm trying to make is, I know you want to sit here and talk about hate you and try and break it down, and you've prepared a bunch of notes, etc.
I have no notes whatsoever. I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I'm simply here to learn from you.
Yo, can we stop with the sarcastic shit and just have an actual
No, I'm
conversation?
literally, but that's the
Bro,
truth.
you're being so sarcastic though. Like, why are you being so sarcastic?
I'm not. I'm literally.
Bro, you just
come
said, like,
on,
10
come on,
people
come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, you're
Hasan,
being sarcastic. Like, listen.
Hasan, please. It's pretty clear that I was the better Hasan. So
Yeah, that's agreed. I agree with that one. That's for sure.
if you could just get out the call, maybe it would fix the stream.
I think so. It's
Would you
boring,
guys,
man.
if you guys would like me to leave the call, I can do that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be rude.
I gotta get back to work.
I do not want to be rude, boys. You know, this is your stream. Andrew, I'd love to talk to you in more detail if you'd like to. I hope that one day you can educate me on your revenue strategies. I mean, it does look a little bad though if you feel as though I should leave the call because you feel like I'm overpowering you a little bit.
You should stay on the call, but I think you should be more socially aware.
I am. But is that a bad question? Do you not educate thousands of young men about your business strategies? I want to know more.
Okay, I want you to be more socially aware.
So what do you feel? What do you feel is going on? I want to get your feedback real quick. How do you
I
feel?
think that honestly, Andrew Tate is being a piece of shit because he literally is like.
You told him to stay on the call though.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Because him making to leave, if he would make Hasan leave the call, that's an automatic loss right away. He's gonna look bad. So he doesn't want him to be there, but he has to keep him there.
But at that point,
it's also different.
At that point, would you just cut your losses? You know what cut your losses means? It basically means like you know you lost anyways. Just fucking be like, get the fuck out. Like, cut your losses before you look even more stupid.
No, you can still have like a destructive conversation. Just stop looking at things negatively, because it seems like anything Hasan says right now, Andrew Tate is not considering to think of it. He just like thinks that, okay, he says something negative towards me and now I have to react and look like I'm a bad guy here. But that's not how it works. You can't look smart in people's eyes if you reacting as Andrew Tate. And a little of sarcasm from Hasan's side is completely understandable. I don't know why guys started being like, "Oh my gosh, are you being serious or no?"
I feel it's because of the it's not really funny sarcasm. It's really condescending and demeaning, and it's just it's a certain sense of bullying which I think Andrew Tate can take. So it's just interesting. It's really interesting to watch. For me, it's a little hard to watch because it's like for me, this is like watching Dustin Poirier knock out Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? Or breaking Conor McGregor's leg, bro. That's what it's like. It's hard, bro.
Understand that since you've joined the stream, everyone's begging for you to leave. The vibe's down. It's boring. It's late at night for me. I came here to have fun. You're being boring. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're intelligent. No one thinks you're funny.
I don't think I'm cool or intelligent. I just have questions and you're not answering them for some reason.
No,
why are we derailing?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're not the police. I don't have to answer your
No, not at all. No, I am not the UK police nor the Romanian one. I'm simply asking you questions about your business strategy, which you literally educate people on. I just want to know how you fucking how you do growth and revenue. Why can't I be a hustler? I want to be a hustler like you. I want to be a top G, a top bloke, a proper bloke.
Right. You can find out more on the website. I would like to
see, bro is going so hard, bro. He's trying to shine right now, bro. But I mean, yo, listen, bro. Take it, bro. Savor every moment, bro. You taking down top G right now. You know what I'm saying? Go for it, Hasan. It's a soft clap. It's bad.
Get fun again. If you want to discuss this,
you don't think your educational content is fun for people to consume?
I think everyone's saying kick him. Read the chat. Have you guys read the chat on your stream?
You want me to leave that bad? I'll. If you want me to leave that bad, I'll leave.
You're just being. I mean, listen. I'm just a messenger. But you're just kind of like being sarcastic.
I'm not. I'm literally not. I promise. I swear to Allah that I want to know.
Just saying wasn't sarcastic. Don't even. You can't even convince me.
None of what I have mentioned is sarcastic. I truly would like to know more.
85% kick. 85%. No one thinks you're funny or interesting or witty. Your little comebacks, no one's interested in them. You haven't won anything.
It's okay. It's okay, Andrew. If you want, we can have a conversation again. We can have a conversation again in the future if you'd like. If you're brave enough, I guess.
HU has an affiliate program for some people if they want to affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students making more than they invest each month. If they didn't make more than they invest, they wouldn't sign up. One of the most successful online educational platforms in history.
Are there multiple layers?
Learn how to make some money yourself if you want to join and have more information. It's all on corporatetech.com. You can find out yourself. If you're too cheap to pay $50, then you're a brokey. Nobody gives a shit what you think anyway. You've ruined the stream. Everyone wants you out of it. So either change tune and get with the program and be fun, or keep sitting here and talking sarcastic and really slowly and repeating yourself and talking about how you only believe what you see on the internet because no one really gives a fuck. And it's boring. So let's move on to something fun. Let's get the tempo up. I've just told you about HU. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on corporatetech.com.
Yeah. It is. So it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms. But thank you. All right. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm game.
Listen, bro. Here's the thing about multi-level marketing schemes. This is a sad reality. And this is where you can be blind or you can be enlightened, okay? The truth is about multi-level marketing schemes is that there are so many out there that the only way you know something truly is a multi-level marketing scheme is when it finally collapses. That's the fucking truth, bro, all right? If we learned anything from the financial crash of 2008 and you look at Bernie Madoff, he was running, the IRS was literally searching him and we're like, no, you know what? We'll charge you a fine, but you're still good. And they let him run this Ponzi scheme for fucking 8 years, bro. Or like 4 to 8 years or some shit like that. And we didn't know about it until it collapsed. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Look at things like this with an open mind and learn from the structure. Learn how you can improve it, make it better, and not maybe multi-level marketing, maybe where you can implement such change and where's the good enthusiasm of like attention and really education. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are courses for this. They're not all scams. And I think that if you get more value out of it, then you're better off, even if it is a multi-level marketing scheme. That's just my personal opinion. And that's just the way I view things.
Okay.
You're welcome to affiliate anytime you like, friend. There's no problem.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on because this dude he's lame, my friends.
Yeah, Hasan, I appreciate you coming on. We're going to bring in another guest now.
All right. Peace, boys. Have fun. Andrew, I'm always open to talk to you, my friend, if you'd like to.
We'll have another conversation.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night.
That was bullshit.
That was crazy.
I've never seen a man act so hysterical. I thought he was such a fucking big boy. What happened?
Him out.
That's crazy. What happened there?
I mean, yo, listen, they kicked him out because it killed the mood for sure, but also, you know,
just because Andrew Tate was upset, it kicked the mood.
Yeah, exactly.
No, my mood was up. I was hyping him. I don't know what you're talking about. I was happy to hear something like that. At least someone.
No, somebody's intelligent enough to knock him off his throne.
Exactly.
At least for a few minutes. All right, now he. You know, I really want Hasan to get his whole point across.
Fucking talk so much shit and cry like a baby.
Come on, bro. Say something, bro. Don't just stay in silence.
Lamel.
My man was in his fifis on that one. That was...
Enjoy your moment, babe. Enjoy your moment. Enjoy your moment right now, babe. Enjoy it.
I get why they kicked you off the stream. I don't like seeing my daddy get fucked raw either. God damn, dude.
Was that your comment?
Andrew Tate, that's not good, brother.
Yes, that's what that was.
How hard are they dick riding him on stream right now? Let's hear. Oh man, wasn't that guy so fucking boring, right?
And then he thinks he caught me somehow, but really he just killed the vibe. I would have loved to argue with him, but he was so boring.
I'm not trying to like. This is gonna come off extremely dick riding,
bad,
but
bro.
like
The L is bad. It's hard to watch, bro. But the L is bad,
And
bro.
they like, instead of just moving on, they just kept talking about this guy because he actually got all the attention.
It's so hard to watch, bro. I can't lie. It's so hard to watch.
Crazy.
All right, let's finish. Come on, let's finish.
I had the same point 5 times in a row, bro.
No, it was boring.
Yeah, bro.
My fucking
Bro,
point for 20 minutes, bro.
I had no clue what y'all were talking about. Like, I'm gonna be honest. What you guys were using words that were different.
Bro, that is, dude, come on, brother. That is so funny. That is dick riding, homie. That is what you're doing.
That's true.
God
That's true.
damn, dude.
Literally,
Slobbing on it, too.
It's true. It's true. They're impressionable young kids, yes.
Now I know Andrew's never gonna fucking talk to me though. Unfortunately, I think we definitely gassed that opportunity there. There ain't no fucking way. There ain't no fucking way that Andrew comes out of that looking like the bigger man. Okay, that's what happens when you're like that. That's what fucking happens when you actually get a little bit of pushback. Oh, to all you motherfuckers who are worried about aggressively about like, oh no, you're not gonna be able to have that combo with him. Eat tater tot, can't handle the fucking heat, dude. Fucked up.
Facts, bro. Just man is just spitting his facts, bro. He's on his high horse right now, so he's like, yo, bro, like, let me just talk my shit.
Honestly,
right now.
I gotta say this. I'm so proud of you accepting the fact that he lost instead of sitting here and be like, no, that wasn't a loss. This guy is actually boring. Like, you said it yourself, and I'm happy that you understand that.
Like I said, yeah, babe. I mean, thank you for acknowledging that, because my thing is that I acknowledge, I take accountability for the things that happen on the internet. I'm not an ignorant person. I'm actually smart, and I think this video demonstrates that and can, at the very least, open a few people's eyes as to, don't believe everything you watch, don't believe everything you hear, even if you feel like it's a good message. The message might feel good, and the message might still be good. You know what I'm saying? But you have to challenge it. This is my thing. It's not necessarily that Andrew Tate is wrong, or that it's not because this one conversation happens and you need to, Hasan is right and everything Andrew Tate has ever said is completely wrong. It's like, if you think like that, you're a fucking stupid person. The truth is that at the end of the day, the way Andrew Tate says things, he says them for a reason, and they can actually help you improve your life. All right. And there's nothing wrong with self-improvement. He hasn't disproved, just because he disproved one little thing about like women driving, the fact that we were
not one thing, okay?
All right, but his logical fallacies and the way he brings up analogies, it's not a bad way to debate. It's a solid way to debate. They both have their own different ways of debating. But again, what Hasan is saying is you have to look at his side. You have to look at perspective. You have to take it into accountability, right? And you have to take it for what it is. It's the truth.
That's great. Yeah, no, I agree.
But at the end of the day, what did Hasan gain out of this, right? All he did was he took Andrew Tate a little bit down his pedestal, and then he just made himself look a little better. He got a little more exposure, and then he.
But that's all you want on the internet. Just be hyped up. Now everybody's talking about it. You sitting here talking about him.
Exactly. And what, like I said, what I like about this is, like, if you were to take Andrew Tate and Hasan and just combine yourself together, bro, you would actually learn something. You'll be a better person because of it. You learn how to take accountability. You can grow. And the most important thing is that you need to challenge your opinions. You need to challenge them. The people that I think do this very strongly is Fresh and Fit. I think they do a decent job at also bringing up solid sources when they're arguing. Okay, so it's like, we can watch them. And they're creating content every single day, and they get better and better and better and better every single day. And they bring on more and more and more women and different kinds of women. So you get a diversity, and they're learning and growing. And I think that podcast can also help you grow. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you have to look at things the way that, we all look at things the way to grow. We have to look both sides, and we have to be able to open our ears and listen to it and take our pride away and take our emotion away. Because, like, for me, it's like, it's like I said, it's like watching Conor McGregor, bro. I'm a big Conor McGregor dick rider. Yes, I'm a little bit of a fucking yes man. I don't care. I'm keeping it 100, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I can also detach myself from understanding that delusion and see things the way they are. And, you know, and then at the end of the day, like I said, I don't strive to be Andrew Tate. I don't strive to be Hasan. I strive to be who I am. And that's how you gain your authentic self and your authentic opinion. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message to that.
Good to hear that, babe. Good to hear that.
All right. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, comment. Peace out.